Imagine a being that walks between two worlds, silent, mysterious, with eyes that seem to reflect secrets you'll never be able to fully decipher. This being enters your life unbidden, remains by your side without explanation, and yet transforms your world from the inside out. What if I told you that this being, the cat you have at home or the one that has appeared in your path, is not just an animal, but a messenger sent with a divine purpose? Why would God put a cat in your life? What's the hidden reason behind this presence? Maybe you think it was just luck, coincidence, chance. But what if it wasn't? Get ready, because today you'll discover the spiritual truth behind the arrival of a cat in your life. And this is just the beginning. Have you ever noticed how cats appear at unlikely moments? People around the world tell nearly identical stories. The most difficult phase of their lives, a devastating loss, a void that seemed impossible to fill. And then, suddenly, a cat appears. It doesn't ask permission. It doesn't make promises. It doesn't speak a word. It just arrives. And somehow, life is never the same again. Ancient cultures knew this. In Egypt, cats were considered protectors against unseen forces, spiritual guardians who kept at bay what human eyes could not see. For the Japanese, Manekineko, the lucky cat, was not only a symbol of prosperity, but also of divine protection. In Christian spirituality, many mystics claim that animals are instruments of God to comfort, protect, and teach. So, when a cat comes into your life, are you really adopting an animal? Or are you receiving a spiritual mission? Have you ever felt like your cat is trying to tell you something? Share your experience here, and see if other people are experiencing the same mystery. Cats carry something that goes beyond rational explanation. They are unlike any other domestic animal. While dogs are seen as loyal and joyful companions, cats represent mystery, introspection, and depth. They don't offer themselves automatically. They don't give affection without choice. To receive affection from a cat, you need to earn it. You need to allow it to trust. This, in itself, is a spiritual lesson. True relationships aren't imposed. They're earned. God may be using your cat to teach you just that. That trust, respect, and quiet presence are worth more than words or promises. Another aspect is the energetic power of cats. Spirituality researchers say that cats act as true energy filters. They choose corners of the house where there is imbalance, remain there, and, through their presence, transform the environment. If you've ever seen your cat insist on staying in the same spot in the house, know this. It may be protecting that space, clearing an energy you can't perceive. What's more, many people report that cats choose to sleep on their owners' chests or heads during times of anxiety. Purring, which seems like a comforting sound, actually vibrates at a frequency that promotes physical and emotional healing. Scientifically, it's been proven that a cat's purr, between 25 and 150 hertz, helps regenerate bones and muscles, and even relieve stress. But spiritually, what does it mean? It means that perhaps God placed this animal by your side to heal not only your body, but also your soul. In various esoteric traditions, cats are known as guardians between worlds. They perceive what we don't see. They look into places in the house where there seems to be nothing, but you sense something. They watch over doors, hallways, and quiet spaces. They are sentinels, sent to ensure you don't walk alone in the invisible. And think, how many times has your cat stared at you, as if it knew what you were feeling? It doesn't speak, doesn't ask, doesn't judge. It just looks. It's as if it's saying, silently, I know. Is this a coincidence, or is it a manifestation of something much greater, of care that comes from above? Look at your cat now and notice every silent gesture. Then comment here on the moment that made you feel like he's closer than you imagined. The mystic Edgar Cayce said that animals, especially cats, are expressions of the collective spirit, sent to balance human emotions and protect spiritual environments. Carl Jung, when discussing archetypes, associated felines with the unconscious, intuition, and the hidden side of the human mind that holds answers that reason cannot find. In modern science, veterinarians and animal psychologists reinforce that simply living with cats reduces levels of cortisol, the stress hormone, and increases serotonin, which is linked to well-being. In other words, even without spiritual understanding, science recognizes that having a cat changes your life from the inside out. But the question remains, why would God send you a cat specifically? Did he come as a guardian against unseen forces? Was it a gift to heal wounds that no one else can see? Or maybe, is this cat trying to teach you something that will change the course of your life? Get ready, because the next revelations will show clear signs that the cat in your life didn't arrive by chance. Stories from around the world show striking patterns. A woman reported that, after losing her husband, she fell into a deep depression. At the height of her grief, a cat flew in through her window. She tried to scare it away, but it remained. In the following days, whenever she cried, the cat would come and lie on her lap. Today, she says it was the cat that saved her life, giving her the strength to carry on. Another man reported that, for nights on end, his cat would stare at the same dark corner of his room. Intrigued, he renovated the house and discovered leaks and damaged electrical wires that could cause a fire. He believed the cat was warning him about something he couldn't see. These aren't isolated cases. There are thousands of similar stories. So, think about your own cat. What signals have they tried to give you? Now you know. Cats don't come into your life by chance. They're more than pets. They're divine gifts, sent with purposes you often only discover over time. Every purr can be an act of healing. Every look can be a warning. Every silent presence can be proof that you are not alone. So, when your cat lies on your chest, or when it simply sits beside you in silence, remember, perhaps at that moment, it is fulfilling exactly the mission for which it was sent by God. And if you thought that was profound, wait until you discover the hidden signs that reveal when a cat is trying to give you an urgent spiritual warning. That's in the next video.